It's a bad idea!
What's a bad idea?
Hello, welcome to the video. 2026 marks 25 years since the Spinosaurus made its debut on the big screen as the main villain of Jurassic Park III. The film is widely considered online one of the worst Jurassic Park movies, but I think most kids who saw it back in the early to late 2000s, such as me, didn't care for the film's overall quality and were just happy to see dinosaurs on the TV. This explains also as to why the Spinosaurus, both in this film and as a real animal, has gained a legacy of its own, and why this dinosaur doesn't live in the shadow of Tyrannosaurus anymore. This depiction of Spinosaurus, as I briefly mentioned in my T-Rex behaviour video, falls in the category of being a full-blown movie monster. The first hint of this thing being on screen is when we hear it start killing several hired gunmen off screen. And its first, very fleeting appearance is when it kills Cooper in a blink and you'll miss it moment. Afterwards we get the full reveal as it dismantles the plane that brought the human characters to the island before getting into a fight with the bull T-Rex. This fight is by far the most iconic moment of this movie. It helped to set up the Spinosaurus as the newest big bad of this film universe, in showing it dispatching a dinosaur that was essentially unkillable. I mean, think about this in the context of someone going into this movie after just watching the previous two films for the first time. The Tyrannosaurus was shown destroying cars, knocking down trees, ripping humans apart with no issue, and the other main threat, velociraptors, were essentially useless against the Tyrannosaurus. Heck, the previous film, The Lost World, had the Tyrannosaurus known as Buck go on a rampage through San Diego, where he had destroyed a bus, killed several people, and caused widespread terror. So to then see the Spinosaurus quickly kill a seemingly unkillable threat in this film's universe would have been quite a shocker to moviegoers in 2001. I know that in 2026 you'll hear a lot of power scalers or Jurassic Park enthusiasts say all this stuff of, well, actually the bull T-Rex isn't actually comparable to Rexy in terms of power and is confirmed to be weaker and blah 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 blah. But not everyone is a massive nerd who knows the exact dimensions of the Indominus Rex's rectal cavity. And quite frankly,
nobody cares! Nobody cares!
Given most people who watch movies just want something as entertainment and don't want to spend an entire work week trying to understand the most obscure bits of lore that add nothing of value, this fight scene does a lot to actually hype up the Spinosaurus. Outside of Jurassic Park, this fight scene basically helped carve a sub-genre of paleontology content on the internet, given how often the topic of Tyrannosaurus versus other large theropod dinosaurs is discussed. While most enthusiasts in 2026 agree Tyrannosaurus is the true king of dinosaurs, this hasn't stopped a wave of what I guess could be dubbed as Spinomania happening. In the 2000s and 2010s, there was a lot of media in the form of movies, shows, games, and YouTube videos released featuring Spinosaurus as an apex predator comparable to or superior to Tyrannosaurus and other theropods. 2005 saw the release of Dinosaur King, which featured a Spinosaurus, named Spiny, as one of its main dinosaurs. The TV series Terra Nova and Primeval featured Spinosaurus in some episodes, and one of the Land Before Time movies had a brief appearance of Spinosaurus from memory. There's also been the documentaries Monsters Resurrected, Planet Dinosaur, and Bigger Than T-Rex. Planet Dinosaur is the most iconic and highly praised of these three, given 2 clips of the series featuring Spinosaurus have a combined view count of nearly 85 million views. Spinosaurus would also appear in games such as Primal Carnage, if anyone remembers that game. The first Jurassic World Evolution game also made it be that, when doing the Isla Sorna part of the campaign, you find a wild Spinosaurus on the island. Jurassic World, the game, also brought up one of the most popular hybrid dinosaurs in the form of Spinoraptor, a fusion of Spinosaurus and Utahraptor, which can later be fused into the super hybrid Spinotaurus. Spinoraptor would later be included in the Jurassic World Evolution Secrets of Henry Wu DLC, or Secrets of Dr. Wu DLC, given I misread the script there and I know someone's going to nitpick about it. I also remember back when Jurassic World released in 2015, people were speculating on who would win between the Spinosaurus and the Indominus Rex. Fallen Kingdom apparently was meant to have a fight scene between Rexy and a Spinosaurus during the volcano eruption, but this was cut out. The hype leading up to Jurassic World Dominion had some people theorizing about if the Spinosaurus would return, but it never did. I personally reckon it would have been awesome to see the Spinosaurus on screen facing off against the Giganotosaurus and Rexy in a three-way clash of the titans, but sadly it wasn't meant to be. The only way the Spinosaurus did return was through the spin-off series Camp Cretaceous the year before Dominion's release, but it's not really that noteworthy in my opinion and was meant as something just to get fans excited for the latest season. A lot of people were happy to see new Spinosaurus designs in Jurassic World Rebirth, however, and while I did find the scene of them attacking the boat with the Mosasaurus to be extremely intense, I don't think these designs will be anywhere near as famous as Jurassic Park III's Spinosauruses. I think there's something about the original that screams Jurassic Park a lot more than the new designs, even if people see the general shape of the new Spinosaurus as more paleo-accurate. I think there's also something about the mixture of CGI and physical props used in the river scene of Jurassic Park III that makes the Spinosaurus also feel so much more terrifying. I was editing B-roll for this video and a separate video where I kept thinking about how scary it would be as one of the humans in this situation. Imagine being locked in that cage, stuck between the options of either drowning in the river or getting ripped to shreds by the multi-ton theropod trying to kill you. There's something about it that feels a lot more chilling, especially with the darker lighting, compared to the aquatic version of an action movie car chase we see in Rebirth. This scene in Rebirth is quite awesome, but I think in terms of making the dinosaurs scary, Jurassic Park III did it better, while Rebirth didn't really have that until the D-Rex appeared later into the film. Overall, I think we can agree that this depiction of the spine lizard has left its mark on the entire world's perception of paleontology. While Jurassic Park 3 is not held in high regards by a lot of people and probably won't make the top 10 of dinosaur films by anyone's standards, its portrayal of Spinosaurus has left a lasting impression. Has the design aged poorly? Yes, it has. Has it left its mark on paleo media as a whole? Definitely. I'm not saying that Spinosaurus is some super duper 100% perfect depiction of the dinosaur. It's a product of its time, very much like movies such as Jaws, but it's managed to leave its mark on paleo media for better or worse, and that's perfectly fine with me. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and will like, share and subscribe as a result.